Well, National Crime Victims' Rights Week is coming up, and Crime Victims Services is holding an open house and a memorial service, and we're going to talk more about some of the services and how maybe you could volunteer to help out. Joining us today, she is the Crime Victims Services attorney and Acasa Court Advocacy Director. She's Abby Hefflinger, and thanks for coming today.
Thank you for having me.
All right, so Abby, tell us more about this open house that's coming up on April 23rd.
Yes, so next Tuesday from 4 to 6 p.m., Crime Victims Services will be hosting an open house. That'll be at our 330 North Elizabeth Street location, and we'll have snacks and drinks available. We'll also be hosting guided tours throughout the facility to show people where we are, what we do, the services that we're able to provide for folks. I think that sometimes our services are scary to some folks.
Right.
They might not feel like they're able to access them, but we want to show them just how easy it is to access those services and all of the things that we provide.
Right, because you help victims in a lot of different situations, don't you?
That's correct. Any type of victimization that occurs in Allen or Putnam counties, we're able to facilitate services for them.
And sometimes people don't even know maybe that you guys are there, so it's nice to have open houses where people could come in and even word of mouth and, hey, I was there and I know that they could help you out.
That's correct. That's correct. Yes, and at the end of the evening, we're going to have a candlelight vigil to bring some attention to our memorial garden, and that's there for folks that have been murdered in Allen County, and each person has a brick. We have the bricks from last year that since it's thawed outside, we've laid their bricks, and we're going to have a moment of silence and a candlelight vigil for that.
Oh, that's a really nice way to end that there. All right, and so as open house, people don't have to register to come, just feel free to come and check it all out, right?
That's correct.
Yeah, all right. So part of the programs that are part of Crime Victim Services are helping kids in court. It's CASA, right?
That's correct.
Let's talk about that program because it's really important and it could be a really good volunteer job for some people, right?
That's right. That's right. So we're always looking for members of our community in Allen and Putnam counties to serve as the voice of abused and neglected children. We play the role of a guardian ad litem, and so we get to know these kiddos on a one-to-one basis. We get to know what's in their best interest, and then we're able to report that to the court so that the court can make a more informed decision for those kiddos.
Okay, so just right there what you said, it could sound very scary. I'm like, well, I'm not trained to do that. But that's the beauty of this program, right? You train the people. You go through a training program before you're handed a child to help out.
That's correct. We provide the volunteers with all of the skills and resources that they need to perform their duties. We do a pre-service training, which is fairly involved but very informative. And once they're done with that pre-service, they're sworn in by the juvenile court judge. They're very official. They're given just one case so they can focus on those kiddos and know it like the back of their hand. All of our volunteers do such wonderful work. And yeah, we're able to provide them in-service trainings, and they don't have to go outside of the county for anything.
Now, with the pandemic, you guys took a big hit with these volunteers, didn't you?
We did. Unfortunately, with the pandemic, we took about a 30% hit on our volunteers. And so we're still trying to rebuild back our numbers from that so that we can serve more children in the community.
Right, I was going to say, just because of the pandemic, we still had kids that needed help in court, right?
That's right. That's right. Yes, and we haven't been able to get back to our pre-COVID number of cases that we're serving, and we're hoping to do that.
Right, yeah. I assume this is one of those situations when you go through the court system and you be the voice for that child, that it's really rewarding to know you're making that child's life better, helping them get a better life.
That's right. You're able to get that feel-good, feeling that you get from volunteerism, and you're getting to know that child on a one-to-one basis. And a lot of the folks that we have, not only do they, know that child during their case, but they know them far afterwards. We've had folks where, 7, 8 years later, they're still in contact with that child, and it's very heartwarming.
That really is changing lives, right?
That's
there.
right.
Yeah. All right. So trainings will be coming up. There's information on the screen to contact you guys and get things going when you have the trainings.
That's correct.
All right, very good. Well, Abby, thank you very much for coming today. We have that open house on April 23rd, and you can be a CASA advocate. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
All right, don't go away. Need Edition continues in a moment.